So in addition to that, I've also been wondering many questions.
Mm-hmm.
One of those questions that I've been wondering is, what is really the difference between tweezers and tongs?
Dude,
Size.
Just the size?
Size.
Or what's the threshold? How big
Okay.
can or small?
now you know what you're doing right here is you're opening up a whole type of ladle discussion. Is anything a tweezer or a tong? Like anything that you can clamp together, is it a tweezer or a tong, whether or not it's good or not? You know, like I would say a clothespin would be both, realistically. You know.
See, that's the thing. So what when?
I mean,
how do you
they
know-
both
how
have
do you-
different
how
purposes.
do you know when it's separate? When it's separated?
I'd say tweezers will go up to about 2.5 inches in length.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
there, once you get to like 5 inches, I'd say that's big enough to be considered a tong.
You think that's big enough to be a tong?
Right. I mean, because think about it. I mean, I'm not saying my hand right here, but about 5 inches in each
I mean,
direction.
I don't see how you can decipher it. Like, depending, what are you grabbing? You know, what if you're making tiny food?
That's like that
That's
right
exactly.
there, tongs. But tweezers, or maybe
Tweezers, they sort of have like a sharper end,
maybe
don't
it's the
they?
gap distance that makes it. Maybe tweezers
I think
are
that
like
bases on the size, though.
under an inch gap difference, tweezers. Over an inch, tongs. That's where I'm going to put it at.
I mean, like, obviously the difference is that you pick up food with one, and you
I could pick up food with tweezers.
You
could,
could,
right,
but
right,
they're
but like the
meant for
goal
plucking.
is, I mean, but like, dude, this is a good one. This is a good one right here.
Interesting.
Like, I think you just derailed the whole podcast
Yeah,
now.
I think.
In a good way.
Or maybe over under a centimeter. No, centimeter's too small. I'd say over under an inch.
This is-
I think is where I'll put the tweezer tong difference at.
Equal to the ladle discussion, though. This is like literally, I think everything that clamps together is either a tweezer or a tong.
Do you guys think I'm right though? Like it's not the length of the thing. It's got to be gap difference that you got to be going for,
But I
right?
think the gap
Tweezer,
difference can vary based on the size of it.
This is
tong? Well, it can, but I mean, you could also make something that was 13 inches long, but the gap was only an inch wide.
This is a classic hurt or injured situation, like in football. Like, you know, like it's definitely everything's definitely a tong. You know, a tweezer is definitely a tong. Now, is a tong a tweezer? Because I feel like the tong just doesn't have the precision that a tweezer
No,
does.
see, I think you have
typically.
that backwards. I think tongs are tweezers because you could use the tong to do that. Tweezers are not necessarily tongs.
I would disagree. I would say it's easier to pick up something with a tweezer than it would be
No,
to
how you
tweeze
gonna-
something with a tong.
How are you going to pick up a steak with a tweezer?
Just very strategically.
Now, I could definitely tweeze my eyebrows with tongs. I could do it. It'd be
Right.
a pain in the ass, but I
Okay.
could do it.
Then just, you know, in everyday world situation, what are chopsticks, tweezer or tong? What are they? That's a tong, right? Because it's picking up food.
Tong. Gap
Okay.
difference, man. And you create the gap difference.
You're
with
right.
those.
You do. You do.
See, this is where I'm settling. My brain has just set it in that it's all about gap difference.
But it has to be connected.
But there's no like scientific
You know
evidence.
what? I
to,
think
like,
he's right
prove
on that. You can't call chopsticks because it has to be a connection. You can't have unconnected
Oh, okay.
tweezers,
What
'cause
if
then
you
just
got
got
the
two
kid?
sticks.
You get you suck at chopsticks. You got the kid chopsticks where they have to roll it together and they rubber band it. Boom.
Okay, then you have it.
Yeah, that's connected.
Boom.
But those are but that's
All right. What about a clothespin?
That's connected.
No, but is that a tweezer? I would say that's more of a tweezer than a tong.
Now we're getting into the is anything that you can pinch with. And
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
because we're not talking about ladles. A
but
clothespin
it's
is not.
no, I know, but this is the new one. This is the new ladle discussion. This is 2018. We got a new one.
Ladles make sense.
Yeah, so does this. You know those little hand things that like when you're testing like grip strength?
Mm-hmm.
What are those? Those are tongs?
Yeah, tongs. Because
Those are
it's gonna
definitely
be
tongs.
Over a gap or over an inch gap difference.
Yeah.
That's where I'm settling on this. I'm
Okay. Scissors could be, I would say scissors would be more tweezers than tong.
No, because when's the last time you had scissors that only opened an inch or less than an inch?
I've had
Scissors
some
or
shitty
tongs?
scissors before.
Scissors
You know,
or tongs?
okay, remember in school, sometimes like you had the kind that you
The
could,
rounded ones?
you could change it for like left-handed people and you could like slide them a little bit,
Yep.
but sometimes you got it stuck so you could only like open it a certain amount. Then boom, those are tweezers right there.
But could you grab with something?
You could.
I don't know if it's that.
You could grab
fine.
pencils. I remember grabbing pencils and stuff with those
Good point. Pencils
yeah.
less than an inch wide, so that would work.
Look, in school I didn't do a lot of learning, all right? But I did do a lot of fucking around. So I was able to pick up on little things like this.